Alright folks, here we are again with another rousing episode 39 of the Wrestling Rundown. I'm Mark Canterbury, this is Dennis Knight, we are Southern Justice. Now, it's Monday, and that means Raw was tonight.
That's right.
And we watched it.
We just finished watching it.
We just finished.
And
wow, I can't wait till we get to the end.
It was a jam-packed episode of Monday Night Raw.
Talk about it. 9 whole matches.
Yeah. So we're going to go through the matches real quick, as we always do. We had Daniel Bryan defeat Wade Barrett. We had Ambrose defeat Stardust. We had Eric Rowan and Ryback defeat Kane in the Big Show. We had AJ defeat Summer Rae. We had Rusev defeat Curtis Axel. The New Day defeated the Masters. Naomi defeated Natalya. The Matadors defeated the Usos. Roman Reigns defeated Seth Rollins and Randy Orton in our main event. Holy crap, I don't think I've ever read that many matches on a Monday Night Raw before.
No.
So we're going to start off, we had the Seth Rollins pep rally to open up Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, Seth Rollins basically getting the entire authority, sans Triple H and Stephanie, to apologize to Randy Orton for their lack of confidence in the Viper's choice to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And be part of the family.
Yeah. Everyone assuming that Randy Orton had an agenda, that he was going to use any attempt he could to attack Seth Rollins, and pretty much getting Big Show, Kane, J&J all to fess up and say, hey, this is what's happening here. Randy Orton is a part of this group. He is a part of this family. We have nothing to worry about. Kane had a little bit to say. Big Show talked. Jamie Noble started throwing more issues at him, and Joey Mercury just didn't say anything at all.
Yes, he meant a few words.
But then Randy Orton would get the chance to speak, and would run down the entire authority, saying that they're not what they used to be.
He ussed the entire authority?
Huh?
He ussed the authority?
Yes.
I want to say, more than ran down, he, verbally assaulted the authority. He, mentally just chopped them into pieces.
Yeah, Kane was no longer...
Those were verbal RKOs out of nowhere.
Yeah. Kane is no longer the devil's favorite demon. He's the devil's favorite dumbass.
Yeah.
Big Show
went from the most fearsome superstar in WWE to the most pathetic.
Jamie Noble is upset because he can't get on all the roller coasters at Disneyland. Joey Mercury and Seth Rollins is the self-proclaimed future, and he just doesn't realize that Randy Orton is just biding his time and going to pick the right moment to attack and just dismantle Seth Rollins.
And make him his bitch.
Yes. But he's just kidding. He's just kidding. He's trying to have some fun.
Whew!
I know. There could have been an issue there. But, Seth Rollins, okay, everything is cool. They celebrate and they're like, all right, cool.
Big Show says, that was mean.
Yeah. So a little interesting way to open up Raw. Then we go into more chaos, because then we get into the whole Intercontinental title situation here.
Barrett versus Bryan.
Yeah.
R-Truth on commentary, again.
As usual, just fucking hysterical. Him and JBL are just a match made in some chaotic world, and I love it.
Yeah. Much more so than on SmackDown. The Raw commentary team is much more at home with R-Truth.
Yeah, I think the thing about the SmackDown team is that
Saxton.
Yeah, having Byron Saxton and having him be as new as he is, especially to the main roster. He does great work on NXT, but he hasn't quite found his niche on the main roster commentary teams. But he does good, though. I think he plays a good heel. He plays very good opposite of R-Truth on the commentary team.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have Wade Barrett, trying to right the wrongs of what's been going on, trying to get his title back, trying to beat Daniel Bryan. And R-Truth has a burlap bag at the commentary table.
For picking potatoes.
Yeah. Keep saying that he's going to pick potatoes in Pittsburgh.
After the show. He was a potato picker in college.
And, Barrett has a little bit of luck, but in the end, it was knee, face, Bryan, cover 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan picks up the win over Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett ends up attacking Daniel Bryan.
He bull hammers him.
Yeah,
he hammered him right in the bull.
Daniel Bryan had Torito?
No, I guess, would that be technically he goat hammered him? He goat hammered him.
Maybe Wade Barrett's like the Megazord, and like his arm is Torito.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
You're stretching this one.
Alright. So then Wade Barrett, obviously he can't get his title back because Daniel Bryan's not the one that has it. He starts to walk away. Then Ambrose's music hits.
He beelines down the entrance ramp, clotheslines Wade Barrett, and then makes his way to the ring without even looking back.
Yeah. And then we find out that we're going to get Ambrose versus Stardust.
Yeah, and another Intercontinental title match.
Yeah, exactly. It's Dean Ambrose trying to win the Intercontinental title from current champion Stardust.
Yeah.
And they have a very back and forth, very bizarre matchup here. You have
it's a really Stardust is already strange. Dean Ambrose is already weird. The dichotomy of having the two of them against each other in one match is like some sort of funky thing.
Yeah.
It's like when you can smell colors.
Like when you're one of the rosebuds. Dean Ambrose ends up picking up the win with Dirty Deeds, but then we get the chaos that surrounds this title.
Yeah, well, Barrett runs down, attacks Ambrose, and then Daniel Bryan comes out and starts attacking Barrett again, and then Harper comes down, starts fucking up everybody,
and then
Ziggler,
who we thought was Brian Pillman back from the dead.
Yeah, that was just I didn't
say it. He did, and I was like, he said exactly what I thought was.
I had a little internal panic. To be legit, I had an internal panic moment that Brian Pillman had come back from the dead to enter the Intercontinental title ladder match.
Well, Bray Wyatt was talking about how he's going to resurrect the dead, and we thought it was Brian Pillman at this point.
Yeah.
But it's actually Dolph Ziggler. And all this chaos is going. The Intercontinental title has fallen on the ring, and we've got 4 different battles going on here. Or 3 different battles going on. So then R-Truth, in R-Truth fashion, sneaky all the way over to the ring, grabs the title, puts it in the bag, hides it under the table, and then just watches the chaos. Which, the chaos ends up with Wade Barrett
standing tall.
Yeah, Wade Barrett's the last person standing, realizes the title's gone, realizes R-Truth is out there, goes out to get it. R-Truth gives him a burlap bag, he takes off into the crowd, R-Truth runs up the
commentator's table.
Up the commentator's table. No, up the
ramp.
Up the ramp to the stage.
You're welcome.
And then Wade Barrett pulls out what he thinks is his Intercontinental title, but it's more so like
the kid replica.
Yeah, it looks like one of Mizdow's stunt titles.
It looks like the kid replica, but then it also looks like it has Mark Henry's extension strap on it.
It looks like it's made of paper. It looks like the cheapest.
Little replicas are not. They're really thin.
They're terrible. And then we pan back over to R-Truth, and he's got the actual title, and so R-Truth is now the Intercontinental Champion.
And like a ninja, he disappeared into the night.
So we still have no word on who's taking that final spot in the ladder match.
Is it Stardust? Is it Daniel Bryan?
We'll have to wait.
Who knows? Is it
out.
Brian Pillman?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Probably not.
Then we get the really cool update from the Hall of Fame. In memory of what Ultimate Warrior said last year about honoring people, with
the warrior spirit.
Yeah, the warrior spirit. People who have the the courage and the ability to just push through any type of adversity. They announced the first ever Warrior Award, and they're giving it to Connor the Crusher, who was a big part of WrestleMania last year. His dad and his brother were in the front row tonight on Raw. So in memory of Connor, he's getting the very first Warrior Award, which is really cool. I mean,
at this point, celebrity inductee status can suck it.
Yeah. Connor the Crusher, better than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Then we had Paul Heyman deliver gold yet again.
Yeah, I definitely feel this was a little more forced than last week. I think Heyman's trying to ride on last week's promo and continue it over into this week's promo. But what I like is he came out and the first thing he did is he put Roman Reigns over again with a big time Roman Reigns video package.
Well, it wasn't he didn't put the package together. It was that people in WWE were trying to get him to preview this video before they played it, and he said, "No, I'll watch it out there when I'm in front of the crowd, and then I'll address the video." And it was a video package putting all the things that Roman Reigns has done from the beginning of his career up until this point, leading into WrestleMania. Really, putting in perspective his mindset going into this match against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. And then, he brings Lesnar out so Lesnar can stand next to him while he cuts a 6-minute long promo.
I get it. The promo was fucking amazing because it's Paul Heyman. And in my mind, I want to say there's no reason to have Brock Lesnar there. But at the same time, it does prove a point. Seeing Brock Lesnar and hearing Paul Heyman say all these things about him does make a little bit more of a statement than just Paul Heyman standing out there talking.
Yeah, man. It's like watching Paul Heyman putting over one of the Easter Island statues.
That might be a better match.
You ever see that sloped forehead? I swear to God, Lesnar went back in time, and that's who they modeled those statues after.
Or he's immortal.
Cheap plug for the Immortal game app.
Which is kind of fun, if you haven't played it yet. But yeah, Paul Heyman just on top of his game like usual, actually making us excited for a Brock Lesnar match.
Yeah, I don't know if they were having technical difficulties or not, but if they were, Heyman did an amazing job of playing it off.
Well, it was the same thing from last week. Is they had the issues with the microphones in New Jersey, and then there was a couple times where it went out again tonight, and he takes that and just turns it into so much anger and animosity.
Well, I like what he did this go around, saying that they were cutting him off on purpose.
Yeah, and he actually
the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, and and then he says. He talks about, hey, whoever's got their finger on the button, go ahead and censor this, and talks about how, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, if you put them together, they're still 10 pounds shy of being as big as Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's talking about the idea of if Brock Lesnar wants to be WWE and UFC champion, he will be, if he wants to, blah, 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 blah. Basically, all in all, he states that the WWE title doesn't even belong to WWE anymore, it belongs to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. If Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman could do the fusion dance, we'd love Brock Lesnar.
Or Paul Lesnar.
Or, no. Brock Heyman doesn't work. Then we had our first...
Brock Heyman!
Then we had our first backstage promo from Bray Wyatt saying that tonight... He's telling The Undertaker that tonight... come find him. He's not giving him any sort of leeway. It's going to happen tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been trying for the last few weeks now, and it came down to the point where he's desperate enough. He's laying down the ultimatum: do it now.
And he's got the urn, so we'll have to see what happens there.
And hey, 9 matches, and there's 3 Bray Wyatt promos on this show.
It was a good episode of Raw. Then we had a really quick tag team match. Eric Rowan and Ryback defeating Big Show and Kane. Wasn't a lot that happened during the match. It was the end. Kane was holding Eric Rowan against the rope.
Ryback distracting the referee.
And Big Show was supposed to knock out Eric Rowan, but as he went for the punch, Eric Rowan was able to move, putting Kane in the way of the punch, knocking Kane out. Ryback runs around, meat hook clothesline to the Big Show, allowing Eric Rowan to pin Kane and pick up the win. Big Show...
So, Ryback and Rowan win the biggest, baldiest tag team match ever.
And then Big Show and Kane... You had one job. It was to punch him in the face. And what'd you do? You punched me in the face instead. And Big Show's like, he moved. That wasn't my fault. That was you. And so they're bickering back and forth, and then Mommy got mad.
Yeah, Stephanie came out and said, kids, don't make me turn this Raw around.
Stephanie McMahon in straight up mommy mode.
And a super hot dress.
Yeah, God. Triple H, you're a lucky man.
At least 3 times.
Yeah, at least 3 times. She laid down the law, and pretty much because they couldn't get along.
At least 3 times.
Because they couldn't get along, she said, you know what, go ahead, go back there, pack up your bags, and get the hell out of the arena.
Yeah, and she struck a
She
chord.
sent them to their room.
She sunk like a dagger in their hearts. Because she went on that, hey, Randy Orton might have been kidding, but I think he was right. And that hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
You could see it on their faces.
Yeah. A little bit more dissension within the Authority. Things aren't looking too good right now. Then we had Miz trying to talk Wiz Khalifa into doing a collaboration of sorts. Wiz Khalifa
Called The Miz and Wiz.
Yeah, The Miz and Wiz. Wiz Khalifa kind of like...
I just think that's a weird video where you just get people peeing on the Miz.
No. Let's not.
I volunteer to dump my piss on the Miz.
We're moving right along. Wiz Khalifa says that he's... it sounds like a good idea, but after the commercial that he saw last week, it's not really going to work very well.
Their brands won't cross well.
Plus, he already found an A-lister in the WWE, and it's Wizdow. And so then we get Damian Sandow, who
dressed as Lil Jon.
Oh my God, he looked like a white Lil Jon. He freestyles on The Miz, letting us know that he's officially in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And Miz isn't happy about it.
I hope it's not just Damian Sandow. I hope it's Wizdow in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
I don't know what I want. Like, I want him to be Damian Sandow, but I don't feel like Damian Sandow is over. It's Damian Mizdow that's over. And now, I don't know. I'm so torn about this whole thing. Then we got a performance from Wiz Khalifa, which...
He did like a medley of 3 or 4 of his biggest hits.
It was okay. I'm not the biggest fan of Wiz Khalifa, but it was fun.
It is hard and soft.
Yeah. The last song he did was pretty cool.
Somewhere in the middle, like an Oreo. Hard on the outside, soft in the middle.
Then the Bellas did a fucking Flintstone-themed promo.
I'm gonna be honest, though. I appreciated the Flintstone-themed dresses.
Those
like,
were, the outfits were fine. I was like, alright, cool.
And after Brie Bella, I'm never thinking of the phrase yabba dabba doo the same way ever again.
Well, WWE has a way of doing that. Because the last time it was yabba dabba bitch from The Rock. That, yabba dabba doo makes... Oh.
Yet again, another appearance.
There's a lot of cameos in WWE.
Yabba dabba doo's gonna be the next celebrity inductee in the Hall of Fame.
The first ever slogan inductee.
Yeah.
Then we got AJ defeating Summer Rae really fast with the Black Widow. Summer Rae has traded in Sasha and Charlotte for Cameron and Eva Marie. I am so sorry, Summer Rae.
Yeah, and it's just like such a stark contrast of talent in this match.
No joke.
Because you had AJ, and AJ has Paige in her corner. Yeah, and you had Summer Rae, and she's got Cameron and Tits in her corner. And...
Tits McGee. No, Eva Marie.
That's what I said, Tits.
Yeah. No, I got it. I was just clarifying. Yeah, it was... That was the thing. And then we also got word today that the WrestleMania match is now going to be the Bellas versus Paige.
Yeah, I'm almost hoping that they go like tornado style on this match.
That'd be cool.
That'd be neat. Either way, I'm expecting these floor chicks to work their asses off.
Let's hope.
At Mania. Because I liked the Nikki, AJ, Paige triple threat match.
Yes. And on SmackDown, we had a good match between AJ and Brie Bella.
Yeah.
So, here's hoping. Then we got Sting giving his point of view as to why he wants a match against Triple H. This was a really cool video.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
They warped Sting's voice some.
It was cool because...
they brought his real voice through a few times.
It was an interesting way to do that because...
They did a lot of the Triple H Sting face paint on.
Which is cool.
They talked about the NWO.
Yeah.
I didn't get it, but it was neat. It was visual. It was aesthetically pleasing to me.
I got it.
It was visually right on key. Can't wait for Sting to actually talk about it, show up on Raw the week before Mania.
That'd be nice. I do want to see
his piece.
I do want to see a live promo from Sting. Doesn't have to be very long, just something simple to get his point across.
Yeah.
But yeah, the video was super cool. Then we had Rusev was on his way to the ring for a match against Curtis Axel, but he met John Cena on his way to the ring. John Cena saying, I'm not here to talk about a match. I know what your answer is, but I just want you to know that if you go out there and you say one word about America, I'm going to show you how much fight America has.
Yeah. Basically going out and saying, hey, what you doing? Using America to talk crap about America. Freedom of speech and shit.
But John Cena has the freedom to shut his mouth.
Does that mean he has the freedom to shut his own mouth?
He does.
Or Rusev's mouth?
Both. But he was referring to Rusev's mouth.
Okay.
Then just before the match, we find out that Randy Orton will be on SmackDown this week, so we'll have to see what SmackDown has in store for Randy Orton. Then Rusev defeats Curtis Axel really fast.
Yeah, we taxed him before the bell even starts ringing, and
I feel like they're trying to turn Curtis Axel face.
They are. Well, I mean, they're trying to run with this Axelmania shtick. 42 days and something like that.
Yeah, 42 days, 23 hours, and some odd minutes and seconds.
And Rusev attacks him before the bell rings.
Axel still wants to do the match.
Yeah, but it doesn't last long. Axel gets a few shots in on Rusev before running into the super kick and accolade.
And Rusev, albeit Lana tries to stop him, but Rusev just can't help it and has to talk some shit about America. All while Lana's trying to get him to stop.
If America had a spine, it would be made of jello. If it had a heart, it would be full of disease.
Yes.
And if it had a colon, it would smell like Rusev.
And then out came John Cena to whoop Rusev's ass.
Yeah, no music, no fanfare, just a beeline to the ring. And tackled him, puts him in the STF, makes Rusev pass out.
Then wakes his ass up to make him pass out again.
Yep.
So John Cena means business. He would
and
not
Rusev tapped out.
Yes, and he would not let go of the hold until Lana said, okay, we'll give you a match at WrestleMania for the U.S. Championship.
Yeah.
So it's official. We're getting Rusev versus John Cena for the U.S. title at WrestleMania. Then we get Bray Wyatt again calling out The Undertaker, and he's very specific. He's going to raise the dead tonight.
Yes, and said that Undertaker basically mentions that Undertaker's running out of time.
Yes. Yeah.
It's going to happen, and it's going to happen soon.
Yep. Rusev and Lana have a fight in Russian. We didn't understand what was happening.
But I think it has something to do with a mirror and a magazine and Kittygasm.
Yeah, Kittygasm. That's
was in there somewhere.
That's what we got it at. Then we had the Masters taking on the New Day. This match, I think the next two tag team matches we could have gotten more, but I did like the idea of this whole setup. We had 3 matches in succession here.
Yes.
So we had the New Day defeat the Masters after Tyson almost ran into Natty, was distracted. Cesaro ends up getting, I think, taken out by Big E. And then Tyson ends up getting hit with the rolling shrimp compression.
The rolling prawn driver.
Yeah.
Basically.
But it was a very weak...
Yeah, it was a sort of almost botched landing. And then, yeah, it was Cesaro... Big E held Cesaro down.
That's right.
While the pin was happening, so they couldn't interfere.
So, yeah, Xavier Woods pins Tyson Kidd, giving the New Day the win. The New Day being one of the tag teams trying to prove themselves and get a tag team title match against the Masters at WrestleMania.
And then, as they're celebrating and walking up the ramp, the Usos music hits.
Yes, and this would transition into Naomi taking on Natalya and defeating Natalya. Tyson was barking orders at
So was
Natty.
Cesaro.
And she was telling them to shut up. It was hilarious. I am so excited to see these 2 girls have like a full-fledged match, because this match was super short, but was really, really good.
Yeah, they have really good chemistry.
A lot of good back-and-forth action. Naomi getting the win over Natty with the rear view. And then, again, the Masters and Natty actually takes Tyson's tag team title.
Yeah.
And says, "This is mine now." And they start to walk away.
So what happens when you accidentally screw your wife over in a match against Naomi?
Have you done this before? Have you screwed over Paige in a match against Naomi?
No.
No? Okay.
I also haven't had the tag team titles yet either.
Oh, well.
But I am the current reigning European champion.
Your shirt is a lie, then.
Yeah. I'm currently the European champion.
That's cool. You've conquered England, right? Anyway, the Masters would be on their way up the ramp. The Matadors would come out because they would be having a match against the Usos.
Yeah.
This was apparently the CM Punk match. It wasn't that bad. I'm sure they were expecting more. But
I was expecting more.
But I didn't see the reason to give the we're bored chant, because it wasn't a bad match. It was a very simple match, setting up the fact that we're getting all these teams trying and vying for a spot for the tag team titles. The Matadors end up getting the win over the Usos with a roll up. A crazy
distraction by Torito.
Yeah, Torito ends up getting knocked
off the second rope, crotch first into the apron.
Yeah, because one of the Matadors and one of the Usos have like this diving contest where they end up on the outside, and then Jay ends up
doing the Uso call.
Yeah, and
Torito's standing on the second rope,
starts
doing it.
Yeah. And then, yes.
So, that's cool. Torito's an Uso fan.
So then the other Matador runs Jay into Torito. Torito falls out. Matador gets the win with the roll up. So we're getting a lot of tag teams involved in the situation. So
the Intercontinental title storyline and this tag team storyline, the way these matches progress, WWE needs to do a lot more of this.
Yes, this is a good way to do Raw. Do it like this more often. Then we get Seth Rollins assuring J&J that Randy Orton is on their side, and he's going to prove it in their 2-on-1 handicap match against Roman Reigns in the main event. Then we got Bray Wyatt, his final call to The Undertaker.
In the ring.
He's in the ring, got the urn.
On this weird box pedestal thing.
And he's going about, saying that, talking about being the new face of fear, and that, the Undertaker is just a shell of what he used to be. Really, really trying to bring the Undertaker, trying to piss the Undertaker off to bring him out. And so finally he goes, okay.
He mentions the line I liked the most out of this was that he mentioned that when they face off at WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt won't be Undertaker's redemption.
Yes.
He will be his requiem.
Yes. Yeah. And it finally
Which
comes
means
down.
death song.
Yeah. And it comes down to the point that Wyatt says, "Is this what it takes? All of the Undertaker's spirit in a jar?" And so he picks up the urn, opens it up, and starts laughing. And says, "There's nothing in here. It's empty. It's hollow, just like the Undertaker." Then smoke starts to billow out of it.
He sets it down, and apparently he set it down too hard, because that's what pissed off the Undertaker.
Yeah. Smoke starts to billow out of it. Then we get the gong. We hear the storm start to rumble. Lights go out. We get more and more just noise that we associate with the Undertaker. One spotlight shows up in the middle of the ring. The rocking chair is back.
Yes, the rocking chair, once destroyed by Dean Ambrose,
Yes.
has returned.
From the dead.
So, just now confirmed for WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt versus Rocking Chair.
No. We would get a video. We'd get a picture up on the Titantron saying WrestleMania, the man comes around. Then we
Johnny
hear
Cash reference.
Yes. Then we hear the ominous words, "You will rest in peace." A lightning bolt hits the chair, setting the chair on fire.
Slowly.
And then we get Bray Wyatt laughing maniacally as the Undertaker's music
he
plays.
seems like he can't decide between whether or not he's happy or now. Like he kept, like to me, he kept going back and forth between being happy and like yay, he actually answered my call, and then like, oh crap, he answered my call, but yay, he answered my call, but now I have to fight him, but yay,
yeah, I get to fight him, but oh fuck, I have to. It was very. Yeah, Undertaker.
Bray Wyatt.
Undertaker's one of those people.
Teenage girl.
You know, everyone wants to make a name off of him, but then not everyone is super stoked when they like finally get that message back. But yeah, it's happening. We're getting Bray Wyatt versus the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Woo!
Then we had our main event, a 2-on-1 handicap match where Seth Rollins and Randy Orton would team up to take on Roman Reigns. This starts to break down really early because Roman Reigns gets in a predicament where Seth Rollins has him against the ropes. The ref's kind of backing him off. J.J. start yelling at Randy Orton to hit Roman Reigns, and Randy's like, "You don't tell me what to do, okay? I do what I want to do when I want to do it." And they're like...
Noble had his Ric Flair moment where he pulled his jacket off and threw it on the ground.
And then Randy Orton knocked the shit out of Jamie Noble. And so then Seth goes, Joey, pick him up. You go to the back. Me and Randy got this. So Joey drags Jamie to the back.
They got this.
And so the match continues a little bit more.
Like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Seth has Roman on the run. Roman starts to make a comeback. He gets the chance to tag, and Randy Orton ain't gonna do it.
In fact, it looks something like this.
Just like that, because he couldn't see it. What he actually was doing was that. But yeah, they kept trying to cut it out of the frame. Which... there you go. Yeah, they had 2 different angles where you couldn't see the fingers. This distraction gives Roman Reigns just enough time to recoup, get up, spear Seth Rollins, picking up the win. Roman Reigns gets the hell out of Dodge because he knows what's going down. And Randy Orton gets his revenge from 3 months ago when the Authority took him out.
I'm gonna revert back here to the Randy Orton promo from the beginning of the show.
Yep.
Made Rollins his bitch.
He did. He slapped him around. He threw him into stairs. He uppercutted him a lot.
Yeah.
Whooped the shit out of him with a chair. Chased him through the crowd. All to bring him back in.
Punctuated it with the RKO through the commentator's table.
Yeah. And there were times where I actually felt a little uncomfortable with this because
I loved it.
I did. That's why I loved it. Was that Randy Orton?
You uncomfortable?
Randy Orton has a way of making things seem just so real and just so vile. The way he does things that I'm like, oh man, you shouldn't do that. But yeah, I don't like Seth Rollins. So he's very good at enacting. You know, he's good at getting what's owed to him, what these people deserve. He's good at giving that to these people, and it's just it's disturbing sometimes. And Seth Rollins got the shit kicked out of him for a good 5, I don't know, It was a long time.
Yeah.
It seemed like it took forever.
I like this, and it was kind of refreshing because, I mean, when we see Randy Orton doing this, it's generally him beating up a babyface.
Yes. So to see it, happen against the heel, was a completely different feel to it.
Yeah, it's somebody actually getting what's coming to them. Like, Seth Rollins finally getting his just desserts.
Yeah.
Taste of his own medicine. Fun to watch.
Yes.
I don't envy Rollins for that segment. Mm-hmm. At one point in the crowd, it seemed like he was crying.
Yeah.
He had Rollins on the ground, and he was like squatting over Rollins, and he was yelling at him. And the guy that they were next to, sitting in the chair, was like staring like straight ahead, like trying not to look at this. Like he's like, oh my god, he's going to rape Rollins.
It was. Well, I wouldn't go that far. It was a car wreck. It was one of those things that you couldn't turn away from, even if you tried. You had to watch it happen, and yeah,
I want to watch it again. Actually,
it was. It's been a long time since we've seen that Randy Orton.
It's also been a long time since we've seen this on WWE television.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, this.
That. We saw that.
Well, first we saw this.
Yeah.
And then the screen went black like this. But then it came back on like this.
They like tightened their shot.
That's what she said.
And that's the Raw review. A great episode of Raw.
Can't end Raw better. That's what she said joke.
Really ramping up the build for WrestleMania. I'm stoked with the way things are coming together. It seems like it's going to be an exciting show. I'm going to be excited anyway because I'm going to my very first WrestleMania, so I'm freaking the fuck out. But yeah, I was a fan of just about everything that happened except for the Bella's Flintstone promo. But the dresses made up for it, I guess. So all in all, I enjoyed Raw.
I'm giving this Raw the official Kevin Hawk seal of approval.
All right, that's 2 weeks in a row we've had good episodes of Raw. So keep it up, WWE. We got a bunch more videos coming this week. Thomas Wolfe couldn't make it here again. What's wrong? Oh yeah, he was sleeping. Because he works a lot. But we will be doing more videos this week where we will have Fantasy Warfare. Kevin Hawk taking on Thomas Wolfe. I'm making the match. I'm deciding. Give me a hint. I ain't telling you nothing.
Give me a hint because I was here. Thomas isn't. Give me the advantage. It's mine.
We're gonna do Fantasy Warfare. Then we're also going to be having indie news where we're bringing back the 5 matches. We're going to be having the top 5 intergender matches in independent wrestling. We got the midweek wrap up. We got the SmackDown rundown as usual. So be sure to look for more videos coming up this weekend. That is it for the Raw review. Thank you for watching, and we will see you later in the week.